make sure you can hear my voice and see my screen. Is that okay for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Well, let's start. So this project is for Landcover Stage 2 is actually very simple, and there are not many categories. So and I don't need to go through the definition of them because it's pretty straightforward. So basically, it's just parking, outside parking, inside parking, payment, sports ground, and swimming pool. And for the payment, is very so all the words here is pretty straightforward. Just follow the definition. And for the sports ground, make sure it's paved sports ground. And there are only a few things that I need to clarify, which is parking, outside parking, inside parking. But this is probably the most confusing part in this Landcover Stage 2 project. And but I can give you guys a very quick introduction, and you will understand each of the parking, what it stands for. So first one is parking. So it's usually the ground parking, right? The big parking lot, and we will capture them as parking. So it's pretty easy. And then, and for the parking, guys, if there's a big, ground and with cars, vehicles parked there, you need to make sure that it's captured as parking, something like this, right? Even though there's no parking lines, and but however, if there's a real parked vehicles, but the surface, remember guys, the surface is not man-made, all right? It's grass, it's not paved, so you don't draw it as a parking lot. So the stage 2 project, we only need to capture that on the surface of the ground that is built by human. If something is not built by human, then we don't capture it. So even though this is like many cars are parked there, but if it's grass, then don't capture it. So just follow the basic principle, the surface material. Grass, don't capture. Then we can take a look of the what is out parking. So what is out parking is that along this linear character, for example, this one we draw as a long driveway, right? And besides the long driveway, there is 2 rows of the parking area, and as you can see that. So for this, we capture it as outside parking, and this big parking lot here, we capture it as ground parking. And there's more examples. So as you can see, the parking that is built along the side of the road or long driveway with clear parking lines, guys, remember it's clear parking lines. We need to capture it as outside parking. So like this one, the road is in the middle, and this parking is beside the road. So in this case, we capture it as outside parking. More examples, right? This is not part of the road because the road, as you can see, in order to not get confused, all right, I will expand this a little bit bigger. So this part, so as you can see, the road, the boundary of the road is actually here, right? And you can follow this straight line, and this makes this road. However, with this outside part of the road, that doesn't count for the road, which makes it outside parking. Same thing for this one, right? In this on this side, this is boundary of the road, and for this area, that is not part of the road, all right. And then this area will be counted, will be captured as outside parking. So, oh, sorry, my bad. So this area is inside parking. So for this one, it's outside parking. But for this one, I was making a mistake. So for this one, it's actually better like this. So for this one, there is a cars parked here, and this is inside the road. So for this example, the road will be cut. This part will be cut, and you will copy and paste, draw out inside parking on top of the road, and make an overlap for it. So this is a correct example for this. So outside parking and inside parking. This is a clear actually, this is a pretty good comparison for the inside parking and outside parking. And also, the outside parking that built along the side of the long driveway. So in this commercial area, there's there will be a lot of the long driveway, right? There will be a lot of long driveway like this, and the parking spots along on on the side of the long driveway will be captured as outside parking as well. All right, so this will apply to many examples. Some more examples here, right? Very clearly, this whole area, this line here, fits the definition of the long driveway, right? I believe everyone is clear of that. Also here, and also here, like this. And in this case, then this parking space outside of the long driveway, this part will be marked as outside parking, right? So it's very straightforward and very easy. And more examples, right? This is a pretty big, residential area, and we can get a lot of the those long driveway, right, along in this area. So I'll just follow this part, and in this part, then this parking lot, this parking space along on the side of this long driveway will be marked as outside parking. Very clear and straightforward. Right, so this is how it's supposed to be. Then the inside parking. So for inside parking, first, you need to draw the overlap with the road. Second, inside parking only come up with the road. They are part of the road. So long driveway don't have inside parking, or they have no inside parking. And number three, we only draw the areas with parking lines. Do not include other road marking that cannot be used for parking. So in this case, we can see that inside of the road, there is parking line and there's cars parked inside. So in this case, we can capture this as inside parking, and we need to do the overlap. All right, as you can see, we need to draw the overlap for it. And in this case, as you can see, this inside parking is being wrongly drawn because this line here, right? This line here, this part, this road marking is not used for vehicles to park. This is wrong. This is wrong. And for this, and this is the correct example that we can see, we only capture the marking that's used for vehicles to park. This is correct boundary of the inside parking. Okay, so more examples. First is, the left one is correct, okay? So first one, as you can see, that the right part has drawn some unnecessary part into the inside parking. What it means is this marking and the marking here, that is not used for vehicles to park. And we only capture the part that's used for vehicles to park, like the left part, like the left one. So this left one is the correct example, and the right one is the wrong example that has many abundant, unnecessary parking, unnecessary part that's been captured. So make sure when you capture the inside parking, you follow the parking lines that is only used for vehicles to park. And next one is something that inside parking only comes with road. All right, so long driveway only has outside parking. So if you see inside parking that's been captured along the the long driveway, then that is wrong. That is very wrong. We don't draw the inside parking for driveway. We only draw it for road, and long driveway only has outside parking. Is that clear? That will be everything for this parking. Three kinds of the parking, and how you should classify them, how you should help that, how this will help you in the real project. Is that clear? So if that's clear, then let's move to the real project work. So in this tab, 1850, it's actually a very rural area. and we don't have many um, we don't have many of the urban tasks, and I have found some urban tasks to show you guys. But first of all, let's start with the rural task first. So this is my label account, and I put some fresh task, and I'm going to show you guys how this is going to be done.